The first one we're going to take is from DeAndre A., who just tweeted in, question, could we see Miles Morales in the next Spider-Man franchise when the current one is over instead of Peter Parker? The answer to that question is absolutely not going to happen. The general movie-going audience is only interested in a Bruce Wayne Batman. They're not interested in Guy Dajin as Batman. And for the most part, the general movie-going audience, 99% of people, when you say Spider-Man, they think Peter Parker, so we're not going to see Miles Morales. Wouldn't make sense for the studio. Your guys' thoughts?
I agree.
You know, you never know, is what I would say. With Sony trying to do a lot of different spin-offs, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd see Miles Morales, instead of being Spider-Man, as the Scarlet Spider. Instead of introducing that whole clone saga and Ben Reilly, they could do spin-offs and give different characters who are in the Marvel comics known as Spider-Man their own identity as a Spider-Man helper or a different kind of version of Spider-Man. I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
All right, next question comes from, where did it go? Michael Ray Miller, who asks, what do you think, including Captain America, will be the comic book movie of 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy? What do you guys think?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, for this year?
Yeah, 2014.
Or possibly The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because that trailer looks amazing.
Yeah.
To me, it's a very close second for The Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
I would tie it, because since I haven't seen either of them, I would say it's either Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm excited for both of those.
Okay.
And Captain America, I'll be honest, it's like all of those movies look really great, and they can all be fantastically amazing. So it's open book.
Let's see. Raymond G asked, do you ever see Tom Cruise doing a comic book movie? Maybe Doctor Strange with the question. I don't think it's going to happen. You guys?
I would love to see him in a comic book movie if he ever wanted to go that route. But
I'm not saying I wouldn't like it. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm
Which
not sure
actor?
in his career
Tom
if he would
Cruise.
be.
Tom Cruise? Boy. Not at this point, I don't think.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, the Twitter stream is going by really. Okay, why do comedic roles rarely get nominated for lead roles? Like Simon Pegg, I thought was spectacular in World's End, but no love. Well, Simon Pegg didn't deserve an Oscar nomination for World's End. I like World's End very much, but boy, comedic roles, I mean, that's a question that gets raised up a lot. I think a lot of the times is because comedic roles are outside of reality in many ways in comedy films. Like I remember Dustin Hoffman, I believe, got nominated for Best Actor for Tootsie.
Tootsie, right.
That's the most notable comedic role.
But that was more like a satire. It wasn't like crushing eggs on each other's face. It was just a regular film that had comedic moments. So,
Aaron, what do you think?
Well, I mean, if you look at this year, technically Wolf of Wall Street is a comedy. So I don't think that really is true, that people aren't really recognized for what is defined as comedy.
Well, at least
but
the Golden
really
Globes called it a comedy.
It does depend on what is defined as a comedy and what they choose, how they choose to categorize the movies. But I also think it takes a certain type of actor, though, in able to kind of embody a successful comedic role. I think there's also a dark side too, and the best actors that are able to balance both, like a Robin Williams, are the type of actors that I think could bring home an Academy Award.
Deluxe15 is asking, hey guys, been watching for about a year now, thanks so much. I was just wondering, do you think they will use TV's Arrow and Flash in a Justice League movie? No, they're going to keep those universes separate. Hi, Amazing AMC, do you think we'll ever see Spidey catch Uncle Ben's killer in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 or 3? I think they've moved on from that storyline. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think he got, didn't he get busted in the first episode? I mean, in Amazing Spider-Man 1,
No, he found a guy he thought was the guy, but I don't think it ended up being the guy. I think it ended with him kind of hunting for him, but I don't think they're going to go back to it.
I like revenge stories. I like redemption. I would love to see that happen, but I don't know if they'll waste time in the upcoming movies really delving into that plot line.
If anything, they do it in the very first scene of Amazing Spider-Man 2 and just get taken care of.
Let's see. Last one is going to be, let's see. Why do actors put themselves, this comes from YJL, who writes, why do actors put themselves into pain to lose weight to fit into certain roles, i.e. Matthew McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club, Christian Bale, and Curtis Jackson in Things Fall Apart? They like the story, I guess, and they just want to be a part of it. I mean, if you can do it right and do it healthy and do it under a doctor's supervision, which they've done, then... And they just think it would really get them some notoriety, doing something a little bit different, or they just really like the role, and to do it, they got to do that. I don't think it's that big of a deal, really. Schnepp, what do you think?
Well, I think for the actor, it's the challenge of inhabiting this character, this role. I think that's what true actors, they'll take that on. They'll gain that weight. They'll lose that weight. They'll put on the makeup. They'll become a different person, and that's what acting is. So, I don't think it's the best actors that you get who can truly do that.
Aaron?
I think it's about commitment. I also think some actors are method actors.
Right,
and in order
right.
to really feel their character or establish their character and build that world, whatever they have to do to prepare to play that role, sometimes losing or gaining weight is part of becoming that character. And I respect anyone that's willing to do that, because believe me, when Matthew McConaughey read that script, he knew he was going to have to drop some weight, but that's the choice that he made because he wanted to play the role. He was that committed to doing so.
Yeah.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.